What is up, my butter biscuits? In today's video, I thought it would be really fun to talk about all the new and exciting Halloween collections. As you guys know, recently I did talk about the GlamLite palette for the Scream collection. Y'all, they came out with a Freddy Krueger collection too. I was like, oh my gosh, GlamLite is just coming out with the collabs. Also, while I'm talking about that too, does anybody know, and I've said this before, I'm like, y'all, do you guys think that they're making a lot of money? Because I feel like all they ever do is collaborations. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Have they ever not done a collaboration? Because I'm literally thinking about GlamLite. I'm like, okay, they do Scooby-Doo, Freddy Krueger, Scream. They've done Hershey, right? Hershey's, I think. They've done the Michaela collaboration. Like, it's nothing but collaborations. And I'm like, I wonder how much money they're really making, because I feel like they would have to pay a lot for licensing, especially, say, for example, like with Scream or Freddy Krueger. But nonetheless, there are several other collections that I wanted to talk about for Halloween, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I think it's so cool that there is a bunch of Halloween collections, and I feel like it's super, super cool. As y'all know, speaking of like Halloween collections, I do have to say though, the one to me that just like goes down in history is the Kylie Cosmetics Freddy Krueger one. I thought that that collection was absolutely beautiful. It was so stunning. The PR package was amazing. Obviously, I never got my hands on it, and people did send me it that it was like on sale somewhere, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna buy it, but I think it is amazing. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't think people really realize that I'm like broke. Like, whenever I say I'm broke, people are like, oh my god, like, well, you make YouTube videos, and I'm like, yeah, well, I only get like 1,500 views per video, so I'm like, that's like chump change. You know what I mean? So whenever I talk about makeup, honestly, 9 times out of 10, like, even if I really, really love it, I still don't buy it because I just can't afford it. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. But I could still love it. And on top of that too, I just feel like, I don't know, this day and age, I just don't wear too much eyeshadow, but I am going to get back into it. Like, I feel like I don't know, I'm re-inspired, and I'm like, I need to get back into it, because I do feel like, y'all, if I'm keeping it really real with you guys, I've been on TikTok way more recently, and I'm like, it's nothing but sponsorships, it's nothing but ads, it's nothing but partnerships, and I'm just like, I'm kind of over it. Like, honestly, y'all, even when I was like blowing up on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, like, I couldn't get a sponsor. I think I said this before, I have never been sponsored from a makeup brand, literally ever. I've been sponsored by the makeup cleanser, makeup eraser, and that's like pretty much it when it comes down to makeup products, you know, that's a remover. But I've never been sponsored by a brand, literally ever. As much as I would love to, it just never happened. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I feel like I got to get back out there and like really do some real reviews, because I'm so tired of seeing all these sponsorships and everybody trying to sell stuff. So I really want to do kind of like things on my TikTok to where I'm trying out things that are sponsored by other people to see if it's really worth the money. You know what I mean? Because I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm really skeptical of a lot of people out there who are like raving about this and raving about that. So I'm like, I want to try it out, you know? Also, speaking of TikTok, y'all, I am literally posting on there every single day, but I'm letting you guys know, do not have high expectations for my posting there. I'm literally unhinged. I just go on rants. I talk about this, I talk about that, and I make joke videos, and I don't know, y'all, I talk a lot of trash. You know what I mean? So just letting you guys know, yes, I will be sprinkling in some makeup reviews on there and some makeup videos in general, but don't expect that all the time. If I'm keeping it real with you guys, like maybe like once a week I'll upload a makeup video, and the rest will literally just be me unhinged ranting, because y'all know I love to rant. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about new Halloween makeup collections, and that's pretty much it. So make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you guys want more organized content on TikTok, I am also uploading way more onto my travel channel, which is the Fat Bros Travel on TikTok, which I did mention it before in one of mine and my brother's videos, that we are probably going to change the name. For some reason, y'all, the word fat is like really triggering to people now, and I'm like, it's so crazy to me, because y'all, I'm sorry, but I wanted to take the power of the word back, and I feel like a lot of plus size models out there literally feel the same way too. Like, people will be like, say for example on TikTok, like what it is about being a fat fashionista, or what it's like to like do fat travel, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my gosh, there's really nothing negative about the word. Like, in my personal opinion, if somebody calls me fat, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm fat. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, I don't take it too deep, and it sucks that TikTok though is now censoring stuff like that. And then also too, for mine and my brother's channel, like one day I really do hope to like get sponsored by Royal Caribbean or like Carnival Cruises, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, we're gonna have to change our name, because I know that brands in the future as well as social media platforms are not gonna like the word fat on there. So just letting you guys know, we will be changing the name pretty soon. I don't know when, because I haven't thought of a good name yet, but eventually we will change it. Just letting you guys know. Anyways, let me shut up. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, and let's go and get into it. The first collection that I want to go ahead and start off with is the Ghostface Glamlight. Now, I did talk about this palette in my anti-haul, because the reason why, like, I think this is a pretty palette. Don't get me wrong, the color story isn't horrendous, but I just feel like as soon as you have one cool tone palette, you have them all. You know what I mean? I have every single one of these shades. I literally mean every single one of these shades in the Jeffree Star cremated palette. So I'm like, why would I purchase this? Although I do have to say, if I didn't have a cool tone palette, I think this is cool right here. But I want to go ahead and give kudos where kudos are due, and I feel like this packaging is on point. It's so cool. It's one of those like effects to where like you shift it, you know, and then like blood comes dripping down from it. I think it is really well thought out. And for people who love Ghostface, I feel like this is a really cool collaboration. And honestly, y'all, like, look at the packaging for the lip combo right here. I just feel like it is so cool and it looks so Halloweeny. And for all the Halloween fans out there, I feel like this is just really, really cool. If I did have a friend, say for example, who was like obsessed with horror in the month of October and it was like their birthday, I feel like this would be like the perfect birthday present right here. I do love this myself, but obviously I'm not gonna go out and buy it because I just don't wear stuff like this, you know. Also though, I did mention the mirror to me, honestly, oh, like the mirror to me is so cool. Like the fact that the bottom half is in the shape of the like famous Ghostface killer knife, as well as the top half looking like the Scream mask. I feel like this mirror is like honestly so amazing. And I said it before in my previous video, if I had it in my budget, y'all, like I literally would buy this mirror because I'm really obsessed with the mirror. I think that it is so cool, so well thought out. I don't know how the quality is, obviously, because I haven't like felt it in hand, but it really does look cool. And overall, I have to say that this collection, as far as aesthetic wise, packaging wise, I have to say it's a 9 out of 10. Like I feel like it is a really, really well thought out, cool looking collection. Next up, I want to talk about Makeup Revolution's It collaboration. I feel like this is a really cool one, especially because it is a little bit more on the affordable side. This, for all the Pennywise fans out there, is really, really cool. I actually do like the color story of the palette. You know what's so crazy? I have 2 Makeup Revolution palettes that are like in a plastic wrap in my makeup room, and like, well, not my makeup room, it's in the garage. Look at me trying to sound all fancy. It's literally a garage. Anyways, I have 2 Makeup Revolution palettes inside there that are wrapped up that I literally never even opened. Like I bought them because I was going to do a review of them years ago and never did, and they're still packaged up. So I don't know how the quality is for Makeup Revolution, but I do want to say I do like this color story, and I think the whole shape of it is really, really cute. It's from that scene in the movie to where the little like paper boat is floating down the drain, and then that's where Pennywise is and gets the little boy. I have to say I really like this. I think it's really cool. The You'll Float 2 palette retails for $24, not bad. And then there's a Beep Beep Richie liner for $7. This overall, I do have to say, for the price point, is really, really cool too. And then there is the actual Pennywise like balloon. Well, the palette is in the shape of the balloon, but it has Pennywise's face on it. I think that palette right there is like a cream, I want to say, because it said, oh yeah, it's a clown artist paint set. I wonder how that'll be, especially because it is a little bit more on the affordable side. That's $18. I feel like really good face paints end up costing a whole lot more. And then they did come out with nail polish in there. Oh, is it nail polish? Is that nail polish or a liner? Oh wow, it's a liner. Oh, there's a black one and a red one. Okay, why do I want to try the red one? I really, really love, like, I don't know why, for some reason I love red around my eyes. That's weird. But it does stain the most. Anyways, overall, I have to say that this is a really cool collection if you guys are Pennywise fans. And then also, too, there is a makeup sponge that is in the shape of the balloon. I think that that's really, really cool. I do feel like it'll be a little bit awkward to use, like, say, for example, the tip end of the balloon. Like, how are you going to use that, like, up in your eye? Like, it's like a little string looking thing. You know what I mean? I feel like overall, it's really, really cute and well thought out. But then I'm like, I don't know how that'll be. And then also they did come out with fake blood as well. So I wonder how the fake blood is, because y'all, every single time that I buy fake blood for Halloween, like say for example, if I want to be a vampire or something and I spray it on, it is so sticky. So I wonder if this is really, really sticky too. And I wonder how the tone is, because I hate when it's like too overly red, because I feel like real blood, you know, when it oxidizes, it turns out to be like more of like a burgundy. Anyways, overall, I do have to say aesthetic wise and packaging wise on this, I have to give this like a 7 out of 10. I think that it's really cute. And overall, I like it. And I like that brands too are doing more Halloween, you know, collaborations. I feel like it's really fun. I was looking into it, and actually GlamLite is doing a Nightmare on Elm Street, which is Freddy Krueger, as well as a Friday the 13th collaboration, but there is no pictures of this. So at the time of me filming this, there's no details on what's going to be in the collection. There's no details on like if there's a palette, what's the color story like. Also, I do want to say at the time of me filming this, it is October 7th. So I kind of thought by now it would be out. But also, I do want to say GlamLite is doing a Ghostface collaboration, Nightmare on Elm Street collaboration, as well as Friday the 13th. So 3 different Halloween collaborations. I'm really curious to know what the Friday the 13th palette is going to look like, as well as the Nightmare on Elm Street. If they're even going to be coming out with the palette at all, I'm not too sure. I would assume so. But you know what's really crazy is that they teased this over 7 days ago now. So I kind of thought they would have shown it. It kind of sucks that I'm making this video because I do, you know, want to talk about all the Halloween makeup collections, but there is several others to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump on into the next one. This is the Halloween, it's called the, wait, what is it called? Halloween Town collection by Melt Cosmetics. Now, you know what's really crazy is I'm a really, really big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. Actually, that's where I got my name here on YouTube, even though it's Skelotim and not Skeleton. But literally, I was thinking of Jack Skellington in the meantime of making that. I'm not too big of a fan of Melt Cosmetics collection right here. And I have to say, it's kind of crazy because y'all know I've talked about this so many times before. I want to try a Melt Cosmetics product because I've heard nothing but amazing things about them and their formula, but nothing has ever piqued my interest. I know a lot of people out there love their color stories for this, or that, but not me. And I do have to say, like, this palette right here to me is just really lackluster. I don't like it, if I'm being quite honest with you guys. But the one product that I do like is the highlighter. Y'all know, oh my gosh, back in the day, I literally every single time I put on a highlighter, I love to put on a highlighter that looks a little bit yellowy, but then as soon as you put it on, it has a pink shift. That's what this highlighter looks like right here. It looks like the most beautiful shade of highlighter, but I do want to say their prices are, you know, they're a little bit up there. The palette, for example, is $60. I don't see a price point on the highlighter, but I'm sure it's expensive too. But overall, I do have to say, I feel kind of rude saying this, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys. I feel like the whole Melt collection just, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. And honestly, y'all, when I saw the teaser for this, I thought this was going to be an amazing collection because I was like, oh my gosh, I hear nothing but amazing things about Melt Cosmetics. And on top of that too, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. So I was literally thinking like, this is going to be bomb. And it has Oogie Boogie on it. I freaking love Oogie Boogie. And I'm just like, no, I'm really let down. The color short to me is just, I don't know. I don't really like it. The packaging's kind of, like, overall, I just don't like it. The cutest thing about it is the Jack Skellington, like, little, is it a makeup bag? Is it a purse? I don't know. That's, like, the cutest thing of it. But overall, if I'm being real with you guys, I would have to rate this a 5 out of 10. Next up is a collection by SheGlam, and I don't know if this is Halloween. It doesn't say specifically on Trend Mood that it is for Halloween, but I did want to talk about it because I was like, oh, it's an alien, and it's coming out in the month of October, so, like, maybe it is Halloween theme. Obviously, aliens are, like, a popular Halloween costume, so I'm like, you know what, let's go ahead and throw this into the mix. Also, I did want to talk about SheGlam within this video specifically because, oh my gosh, every single time that I'm scrolling on TikTok, it is nothing but SheGlam ads as well as SheGlam sponsorships, and I want to know how much budget do they have for marketing, because it seems like every influencer that I see on TikTok is sponsored by SheGlam. I have not heard one negative thing about SheGlam, and I'm so sorry to say, but like, don't get me wrong, of course, like, cheaper end products can be good, do not get me wrong, but I just feel like a $3.99 blush or a $3.99 palette or something is obviously going to end up not being very good. Do you know what I mean? It just, like, the chances of everybody loving it is kind of crazy. So I'm like, but then also I always do look at the hashtags or whatever and be like, SheGlam partner or sponsored by SheGlam or SheGlam ad, you know what I mean? So I'm a little skeptical about them, but I do want to say though, for this being a very, very affordable palette, I think that it's cute. The packaging's cute. This palette is only $8.99. But what I wanted to talk about was the sponge. Look at the little alien sponge. I feel like that is so cute. It reminds me of the little alien emoji, but just green. I think overall this is really cute. And if you're looking for like a green tone palette, I feel like the color stories in here look really good. Obviously, I don't know how the quality is when it comes down to SheGlam. I do think eventually I will, you know what, for $8.99, maybe I will purchase this palette and like see how I like it. Cause I'm like $8.99 for, let me see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 eyeshadows in there. For $8.99, that's like a really, really good deal. So maybe I'll pick this up just because it's super cheap, and maybe I'll do a review of it to see how SheGlam is, because y'all, everybody be raving about SheGlam, and I'm like, I'm a little bit skeptical, but only because everybody and their mom is sponsored by them, so I feel like everything, you know, maybe a little bit over exaggerated in my opinion. And like I said, don't get me wrong, affordable products can be really good, you know what I mean? Say for example, like the Wet n Wild foundation's really, really good, and what is that, like $4? So there is cheap products out there, but I'm just like, why is everybody liking it? Do you know what I mean? It just seems a little fishy, especially when everything is sponsored. Just saying that. Anyways, if I had to rate that one on a scale from 1 to 10, I would, you know what, let me zoom in on this color story. I feel like the color story is kind of cute. I love the little greens in there, a little bit of purples, and then also you got a little bit of neutral right there. The shimmers look really good too, and then packaging wise, I feel like it's pretty cute for the price point. Obviously, it's not the best, but overall, I would have to give this a 7 out of 10 on the scale. The last product that I want to talk, well, not the last product, but the last makeup collection that I want to talk about right here is the, oh my gosh, why did I just draw a blank on the name of this? The Haunted Mansion collection from Colourpop. Now, I did do a full video about this, but I did want to throw this into the mix because it is still for sale. And overall, as you guys know, at first, when I first saw this palette, I was like, oh, I don't really like the color story. But then actually seeing the swatches of it, I was like, this is actually cute. And I feel like for Colourpop, the packaging is cute. I like the packaging on it. I did say in my previous video before, though, I really do like the old style style of the Hitchhiking Ghost. I don't like this new like cartoon-esque version of it, like cartoon sketch-esque version of it. I do like the old traditional ones, but overall I do have to say I think this is really cute, and packaging wise, price point wise, I would have to give this collection right here an 8 out of 10. I don't want to go too in depth about the whole pricing and everything of this because I did do a full video, but I'm just throwing it in there because it is a Halloween collection. I do think that I will do a separate video, especially only because it is, you know, October. I think I'll do a separate video about the Friday the 13th collection as well as Nightmare on Elm Street collection from Glamlight, because there's nothing posted about it, which I kind of thought by now they would have posted it. I'm like, it's the 7th. Like, people want to get their Halloween makeup on. But overall, I do want to say, like, kudos to the brands out there for coming out with Halloween collections. I feel like back in the day, it was so rare to see a Halloween collection, and the fact that so many brands are doing it now, I think that's really fun, really exciting, and gets people excited like for the time, you know, to like want to like do their makeup and dress up and have fun, you know. So overall, yeah, I have to say, what would be my favorite collection, y'all, out of this? Overall, I guess if I had to pick one, you know what's really crazy is I like the color story on the Pennywise palette. I think overall that one is like the cutest. And but packaging wise though, obviously it goes to Glamlight. The packaging on the Glamlight stuff is just so out of this world amazing. I just kind of don't like the color story. So I would say a little bit of the Glamlight as well as the Makeup Revolution. So make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.